All right, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, call hello Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Akakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to you brothers pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. All right, I got a article from an independent journalist, sheer post. All right, the title is Russia warns U.S. will face much harsher consequences for backing Kursk invasion. All right, and if you are familiar or paying attention to what's happening over there in the eastern part of Asia, all right, between Russia and Ukraine, all right, Yahweh Shah said, watch as well as pray. All right, for ye, hey, the hour is at hand. Now, we're waiting for this MOTB, all right, to be implemented, but at the same time, prophecies are being fulfilled. The Most High truly is putting hooks in our jaws. All right, you're going to see shameful spewing. All right, as a matter of fact, get some of these scriptures real quick if I go into this article. All right, because I don't want to make this video a long video. I'm going to look up the word spewing. All right. All right, because the Most High is turning the nations against Babylon. All right. This is Habakkuk 2:16. It says, "Thou art filled with shame for glory." Yeah, the Edomites. All right. Right now, you're divided. Okay. And like the scriptures say, Yahweh Shah said, if Satan be divided against Satan, his house cannot stand. Okay. So you're divided, and at the same time, the Edomites, all right, are secretly looking to exterminate Israel from off the face of the earth, pursuant to Psalms 83. All right, but the Most High is working. All right. It says, "Thou art filled with shame for glory, drink thou also, and let thy foreskins be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory." So the Most High is going to turn his cup. All right. Well, he's Shalak, yes, the Most High is going to turn his cup. It says, I read it again. It says, "The cup of the Lord's right hand, all right, shall be turned unto thee." So the cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee. And that scripture comes to mind. In the Most High's cup, there's a mixture. The wine is red. He poureth out without mixture. All right, but the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, all right, is causing the nations to bring forth the wickedness that you've been doing. All right, you're actually backing an invasion, okay, of another country, all right, who's backed by other countries such as China, North Korea, Iran, all right, and this is going to escalate into something much harsher. All right, I believe, and through the Spirit, we believe, because we're in the time of the Most High revealing himself, his son, by the destruction and devastation that's going to be brought upon the earth. All right, it says Russian Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabakov said on Tuesday that the U.S. would face much harsher consequences for backing Ukraine's offensive in Russia's Kursk Oblast. The impression is that our colleagues in Washington have discarded the remnants of common sense and believe that they can do anything, Ryabakov said, according to TASS. The consequences for the United States could be much harsher than those they are already experiencing. They know where and in what areas we are reacting in practical terms. All right, so there's actions and there's responses to actions on both sides. All right, and the responses can have great impacts on the way the people see their society. All right, especially if you can have an event that takes place between now and the elections that can change the whole course of the people's mindset, the people's views. All right, and guess what? You have the vice president, which is a part of the current administration's cabinet, that are the ones behind backing this curse invasion. All right, with taxpayer money, with policy and munitions and weapons. All right, and criticism of the opposing side, in this case, Russia. All right. It says America, matter of fact, let's jump down here. And you know, I use these articles, they link back to other articles. All right, so you get information, you pull information, and then you filter it with the scriptures. All right. It says the New York Times reported that the U.S. and the U.K. have also provided Ukraine with satellite imagery and other information about the cursed region. Ryabov said that U.S. involvement in the cursed offensive is an obvious fact. So put your feet in another nation's shoes. They have part of their land, just like if you had part of Texas or the Gulf Coast occupied by, let's say, a paramilitary group, all right, which is the cartels down in Mexico, occupied all over the place in different areas in the Midwest, Louisiana, from Louisiana, you know, all the way in parts of Texas, all the way over to some parts of Georgia. And you had the Russians coordinating and giving them information and backing them, along with other proxy governments like Cuba. What do you think would happen? All right. This is similar to what the United States is doing, and why he said his colleagues in the United States have lost their minds. They think that they have lost common sense. He had discarded the remnants of common sense and believe that they can do anything. All right. Because this devil is running out of time. All right. And it's the Most High that's putting it in their spirit to do what they do. It says Ukraine is now pushing hard for the U.S. to allow it to launch long-range strikes inside Russia using U.S.-provided missiles. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov strongly warned against this potential escalation and said the U.S. should understand that if World War III breaks out, it wouldn't be contained in Europe. All right. And that's another reason why these European countries are going to shoot missiles upon Babylon, because of the destruction that they're going to face as a buffer for the actions of Babylon the Great, the king of Babylon, the rulers of Babylon. All right. They're going to face great destruction. This third world war, like you said, it wouldn't be contained in Europe. All right. Ultimately, it's going to come. Missiles going to come to the shores of America. All right. The Most High is going to destroy Babylon the Great. It says Americans unequivocally associate conversations about Third World War as something that, God forbid, if it happened, will affect Europe exclusively, Lavrov said. So this is what he's saying. When Americans think of the Third World War, they think of something that's going to be contained to Europe, and it's not going to affect the shores of America. But ultimately, it's going to affect America. This world war is going to be affected, all right, in all types of ways, ending off with the destruction of Babylon the Great. It says Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky has said that his Western backers are naive for worrying about escalation and called Russia's red line a bluff. Look at this. It says, on Monday, Russia launched massive missiles and drone attacks across Ukraine, which was seen as retaliation for the Kursk offensive. Russia followed up with another heavy bombing on Tuesday. Meanwhile, in eastern Ukraine, Russian forces continue to make steady gains, which have become more rapid since Ukraine launched its Kursk offensive on August 6th. So it's going to be more adversarial posturing, all right, on side of the Russians, especially with United States involvement with their weapons in the hands of the Ukrainian government and looking for them to attack inside Russia, affecting citizens and all types of even nuclear power plants were talked about being possible targets, you know, and escalation ultimately. But the Lord is a man of war. Let me read this real quick. It says, back in Habakkuk 2:16, it says, thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskins be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. All right, so basically Esau over here wants to hold the moral high ground. All right, but the consequences of these wars, all right, that he's fighting in, he's sending weapons to these nations that are fighting proxy wars against these major powers, all right, is ultimately going to lead to destruction, and the nations are angry. All right, we're in the time of the Lord's vengeance. All right, matter of fact, let me get this scripture that I wanted to bring out. I quoted it. I think it's Ezekiel 38. Yep. Ezekiel 38:4 says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thy army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. So yeah, the Russians, all right, are going to start enemy posturing, all right, and be more aggressive, all right, and starting offensives. And they're going to frame it as if Russia's the bad guy, but you see what Babylon the Great, United States, is doing, all right, with the weapons, and Zelensky provoking them, saying, oh, they're just bluffing, basically, you know. But and ultimately, I think, you know, it's going to affect, you know, elections. You know, and you're going to have things coming up in the news cycles in the coming days, you know, breaking news, and you know, we're going to see, man. But we're in that time. But call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Akakwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone. And salutation to you brothers pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. Until the next video, shalom.